Hi Taurus, and welcome to your May 2019 general read. I'm Jade with Yes, Yes, Yes. Happy birthday. So we're going to start this reading with the overall. First, let me just say I have a head cold, so hopefully you'll be okay with my voice. I am drinking, so I may have to I'm drinking I'm drinking some tea. So, but I want to go over the overview for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section, and let me know how you like this, how you feeling about the reading in the comments section. Give a thumbs up. It helps the channel out so much. And if you're interested in a personal reading, that information is also in the box below. So let's get started for the birthdays. This is a good month for you. We have the Four of Wands energy. This is the overall. So this is stable, solid building, right? The wands are action. They are passion. They are their strength even, you know, and there is a stability because four, right? So when we're building something, we want the foundation to be in four. That's the strongest foundation. So when you look at the pyramids, they have 4 points as their base. So that's the idea behind the Four of Wands being that stability. And if we're talking about relationship, we're talking about really digging in. So it could be that there are marriages coming up. It could mean that there are the people actually doubling down, like, you know, actually moving in together, creating a home, creating the foundation, and just taking the relationships to the next level. And the reason why I say relationship is because we're clarified by the Lily card in the Lenormand deck. This card is about antiquity and sensuality, legacy. Okay, there's a lot, the Lily card can mean a lot of different things. It could mean that I'm talking about a relationship that's been around for a while, a very long while, like maybe you met in childhood. But it can also mean that this is a very passionate, sensual relationship where, you know, you're building something that is embodied, right? You feel aligned in every single way possible, even in terms of your cellular organization. And I'm going really crazy with it, but that's the whole idea about things being so sensual. It's about your sensation of it, right? It's fully sensational. So you might be really experiencing a good time here with this relationship. The other thing is that if this is about legacy, you're talking about long term, right? So you're really building for the long term. And if this is not a relationship, and you're like, you know, Jade, there's no relationship, I do not see a relationship, then this is you building your own legacy and making it in a stable and solid way so it'll last for generations, okay? So that could be really what you're thinking about, is how do you leave your mark on the world in a very stable, long-term, lasting way? So that can be happening for you. The Mystical Shaman Oracle is giving you the overall for the year of the Witness. And this is you being able to hold space for others so that they can have their crazy party. You know, it's not necessarily not your circus, not your monkeys. It is your circus. These are your monkeys, and you are holding space for them. You are witnessing the monkeys go crazy if they need to, or play, or engage in, you know, courtroom drama or whatever, you know, you're witnessing it all. So I'm feeling that this year there are things going on around you that you are taking note of, but not necessarily engaging in. You have pulled yourself out of the ability for drama to touch you. And however you have done this, I think you need to share this with the world. That might be this long-term legacy that you're going to leave behind, because I think we all need to be able to have that skill of pulling ourselves out of the drama. Well done, Taurus. Hope you're having a good birthday season. I'm really excited because I'm a Gemini. I'm right behind you. So springtime is my favorite time. This is what it is in the Northern Hemisphere. So, right, even though right now it's not a warm day where I am, but I'm excited for the spring coming. Okay, so I'm interested here in past energies, present energies, and future energies for you, Taurus. So let's see what's been going on for you in the past. For my Taurans, all the energies that I'm pulling up here. Okay. Pain, some pain, and some more pain. Taurus. Okay, good news is it's in the past. I was just talking about staying out of the drama. So how is this? Okay, so now we have the Devil card in the upright. Capricorn energy, major arcana. We're talking about narcissists. We're talking about toxicity. We're talking about addiction. But also this is energy that isn't serving anyone. Okay, this is being attracted to drama, right? Just for the sake of it, just because we're bored with our lives and we're in drama, okay? Now, again, I could be reading what's going on around you, but I'm wondering, the next card that came up was the Death card, but it did come up in the reverse. Scorpio energy. So the lack of transformation, the lack of transformation and change, the lack of looking at things in depth, right? The Scorpios like to go in, and they're actually the opposite, your opposite sign. Going down deep, uncovering the shadow, the mystery, looking at it, observing it. That's what our Death card is. It's embracing the shadow. And there's a resistance to this in the past. A resistance to embracing whatever this toxicity, whatever this drama is. If this is around you, that could be your resistance, right? This could be that shell that you are putting up, what we were talking about earlier, and not being able to be taken down by the drama. But I'm not sure. The reason why I say that is we have the other drama card, the Ten of Swords, that came out in the upright. So we have probably, the Three of Swords is not here, but we have very challenging energies here in the past for you, Taurus. Something came to a very dramatic end. This could mean that there was a death in the family. This could mean that there was a tragedy in such a way that it shook your foundation, that foundation that you're really trying to build. Maybe it's this long-term foundation that you thought you were building. Something shook it. And this doesn't have to mean that it just happened yesterday. This could mean like long-term. This could be part of your story that maybe you're trying to rewrite, okay? And that perhaps there was a lot of drama and a lot of addiction in your life that had to end, okay? Well, we do talk about the Ten of Swords, meaning that it's an ending and we're looking forward to the next, right? We're able to see the blue sky despite the fact that it's still in the darkness. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, lots of heavy energies. Here's what I'm going to say for you. This is what I'm feeling is that if you can't release this, it's going to weigh you down. It might make you sick. You might have more of like a spring, summer flu, like what, I'm dealing with a head cold, but any of this kind of energy, especially when it's compounded like this, you have to find a way to let it go, to release it. I like that the Ten of Swords is here. I wish that the Death card was in the upright because that's going to show me that it's going to be released. But right now it's just showing me that there was a fear of it, an inability to look at the issue straightforward, okay? And we'll clarify a little bit just to find out, okay? But I'm going to go to the present now. So we got some heavy cards out of the way. Let's see what's going on in the present for Taurus. This is birthday season. Let's see. Much nicer. Here we go. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands in the upright. So we might be having a little bit of fun. You might be having a little bit of fun. This is the rushing in, making promises, and all in the best, wanting to be the best that you can, but may not be able to deliver that, okay? This could be energy coming at you as well. So keep that in mind. If it's all of a sudden you have a knight in shining armor, or what would be the feminine, a lady in shining armor rushing in who's showing you a different way of love, a different way of living, excitement, just enjoy it for what it is. And maybe not think about that being the long-term longevity thing, okay? Because there is that, it's the knight learning to grow. It's not a queen, it's not a king, right? It's not quite mature enough. The energy's there, the excitement's there, enjoy it for what it is. We have the Seven of Pentacles. It did come out in the reverse. So you're wanting to not stand around anymore, really wanting to move forward. I do like that now. This is also your suit, okay? So it could be, we could be talking about money, and that you've been trying to plant seeds. Maybe you're you're investing in different things. Maybe you are going through and saving a lot more than you have been in order to put your money towards something, maybe an actual home, because we were talking about the Four of Wands earlier. But I think that you're at a place now where you have been putting all of your energy into the preparation, and now you're ready to move forward, okay? Which is great. Great job. Taurus, I wouldn't actually expect anything because you're very mindful of making those choices. You are about hard work as well as, money minded. So you've been really considering how to better yourself for your legacy, for your longevity, and really counting your coins. And this could also be just, getting ready, saving up to buy a home, possibly. Now we have the Six of Wands. It did come out in the reverse. So you're not quite there yet, okay? There's a lot of heavy energy here from the past. So if it was somebody or some situation that was taking away from you, maybe you had to, I'm thinking if this is a family situation, maybe you were the breadwinner. Maybe you were sending money home to help out maybe an ailing parent. Something where it had you putting your money into something else and not quite being able to spend it on you, not quite being able to build this home, this solid foundation, and you're not quite there yet. But the way that I look at the cards is that because it's on a table, it does mean you can turn it, okay? Same thing with that Death card coming out earlier in the reverse. You have the power to change this, this energy into a victory, okay? And the way to do that would be to bring all of your energy, all of your coins, all of the prosperity that you feel as a Taurus, and that can mean just having comfortable home, that could mean the children, your actual legacy, bringing, coming together, bringing all of that energy, looking at it and deciding where will that be serving the world best, right? So your children really looking at what gifts they have to give and starting to nurture their gifts. Maybe you're doing that already. But really accounting for all that you have and how do you bring it to the world for a long term, for the longevity of your personal legacy, okay? If it's money, again, you're looking at how do you take your money, your expenditure habits, and putting it in someplace else so that you can have something for the long term, like buying a home. All of these things are in the cards. This Knight of Wands here, this is just something that's coming in quickly. So it could be a new opportunity that comes in quickly that has to do with your money. It could be an actual person, though, that you might be spending money on. And again, if it is an actual person that you're in a relationship with, if you're dating, if you're having a good time with, enjoy it. Have a good time with it. Don't necessarily look at it as a long term. Just as if it's somebody who's come straight in. Now, if you have somebody in your life already, that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who's just come in or who's just right into your present right now. Okay, give me a moment. Let's talk about your future, Taurus. Taurus future. All right, so what's coming up for Taurus in the near future? Okay, all of these things are coming out. Okay, I do want to see what's at the bottom of the deck because it was so many reversals. Okay, so the Hermit card came out in the reverse. So actually this is good. I've been seeing the Hermit card a lot for you this season where you've pulled yourself back to really regain your power to look at yourself, right? This is you coming back to yourself. With this being in the reverse, I like that because now you're able to come back out into the world. And you've probably gone through some rebirth, which is great. Springtime, here you are, it's your birthday. Everybody see who I am, who I've become. I've gone through quite a bit of trauma in the past. I'm really in a place now where I want to build a new home, build a longevity, or build some legacy. and I'm coming out a new person. Now we also have this Two of Cups. It did come out in the reverse. So this could mean, like we were talking about, that relationship that had just happened, and that it's kind of in and out, right? It's come in and it's gone out. Astrologically, Uranus is in Taurus, and Uranus is the lightning quick planet. Now, of course, depending upon where Taurus is in your chart, it will determine how that energy is working for you. But with it being in your sign, I'm thinking that things are going to come in really fast and things are going to go out really fast. You're going to be enlivened, and then things will kind of settle out just as quickly as they came in for the next 7 years. So this relationship could be one of those things, especially if Taurus is in your 7th house. So if you're a Scorpio rising. So what that means is that it was a relationship, it was a lot of fun, or it was, dating, and it was a lot of fun. It came out all of a sudden, it was like, amazing, and then it left all of a sudden. Now, the other thing is that I'm feeling that in the future, you're really observing relationship and your relationship to others, really looking at what does my relationship, my connection to others really mean? Because you come from this hermiting experience, you've been pulled within yourself, wanting to reconnect, but maybe not quite having the skills to do so because you're a new you. You're having to go about things in a new way. So that could also mean what this Two of Cups is. It's just, emotionally, we're not quite seeing eye to eye with others quite yet, okay? It is a process. The King of Swords also came out in the reverse. And a lot of this disconnect with others is that you're learning to speak again about what's been going on for you. And to speak it in a way that is, I think you have to come forward to the people who created all of this drama in the past. And that you might be slicing those people out of your life. So you have to speak to them with compassion, really working on your compassion. But this energy is also not it's not in alignment for you. It's not in its own alignment, the King of Swords. This is air sign energy. So there could be it could be an air sign who's not acting properly around you, but it could also mean that this is your need and desire to be truthful and compassionate about what's been going on for you, this trauma, this pain that you've been going through, and the fact that you really do want to build something long term. If it is a relationship, you really do want to build a long-term relationship, but you're just having to learn how. Okay, things have to fall apart in order for you to rebuild, and that's where you're at, Taurus. The Wheel of Fortune came out in the reverse as well. There we go. So much glare. Head cold, words aren't here. So anyway, it's a stagnation right now, okay? Things aren't quite turning yet. Now again, all of this energy is here on the table. It's possible for it to turn. You just have to make it turn. And I think that the secret is coming fully out of what you've been going through and speaking the truth about what that is to those people and setting them free. Whoever it was where this pain was in the past, you got to set that free, because it just, even if it's been years, it doesn't need to show up in your readings anymore. It's time for you to move forward from that so that you can build a stronger foundation, so that you can have the longevity and the legacy that you want. That's where you should really be focusing, okay? Your energy's on that. I do like the King of Cups came up to clarify. So in speaking with all of that, when you are heart-centered, when you are connected to your heart and being emotionally open, everything's going to flow out for you better, okay? We've got the 8 of Cups. It did come out in the reverse. So still needing to sit with those feelings. The feelings of overwhelm, let them out. That's what I'm feeling, is what's going on from you. We would run from that. We wouldn't be able to admit that feeling of overwhelm, but let it out. You're not going to be able to move on unless you speak your truth to those people and release whatever responsibility you had in the past to that, okay? So if it was financial, If it was emotional, whatever that responsibility is, you take your energy back and you move forward so that you can build your legacy. You take your energy back and you give that energy to your children, to your loved ones, to whatever this new home, this new situation is for you. That's where you need to put your energy. But you have to sew up this past. The World card came out in the reverse. So the potential is, again, it's time for us to end this cycle. We just can't quite end it yet. I want to get one more card just to give me one final viewpoint of how do we turn all of this. Knight of Swords. It really is about communication, and it's got to happen, and it's got to happen quickly. Okay, so this is the month for you to speak your truth. I think because it's your birthday month, you're going to have extra energy, extra people kind of holding space for you. So you really have to speak out with what's been going on for you. Release whatever, I don't know if you have any cords that are still, that you need to cut. So looking up and doing cord cutting will help release any energy. Speaking your truth to these people, where whatever this toxicity was in the past, whatever this need to transform and look into the shadows, whatever that was in the past, you need to tell those people or that person that, give them back their energy and say you're done and move forward. It didn't work. It's over with. It's in the past. Leave it. Leave it behind so that we can look at new cards next month and that we can have a new version of you next month, because that's what you really want. You really want this new legacy that you want to build, this new home, this new foundation, this new family life, whatever this is, or all these things actually. That's what you really want. That's where your energy is best suited. So this is what I have for you, Taurus. This is a tricky month just because you're still holding on to that energy. But once you release it, I think things are going to start flowing and you're going to turn that World card upside down or right side up so that you can have this new cycle. So for now, I'm going to send you all of my love, Taurus. Happy birthday, and I'll see you next month.